there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening, my gardening friends. How are you today? I hope that all is well with you. I hope that things are going well for you. Well, welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, and my name is Catherine, and I am here in the Northeast, in the city of Boston, in one of the neighborhoods of Boston, and I am in Zone 6. My garden is a Zone 6 garden, and I enjoy gardening, especially now with all of the flowers in bloom. And after going through those beginning months of January, February, and March, when things were so barren and bleak, it's so amazing to see how the garden is flourishing and very green. And we have been very fortunate here in the Northeast to experience fairly mild temperatures. We have just now started to rise into the 80s, and we really haven't touched 90 that much, but like high 80s. And so it has been very good. And then in the evenings or nights, it's been in the high 50s. And so it's very pleasant, and one is able to sleep at night. And then during the day, it's bearable because it takes time for it to warm up. And right now, in my backyard on the deck here in the garden, it is very pleasant. There is a nice, beautiful breeze in the background. So I feel it. It's really nice. And the sun is on the other side of the house, so we are now getting some shade. And that is really an interesting thing about the garden, I find, that I am in this one lot, this one space, but yet throughout the garden there are different temperatures. So if I was in the front of the garden, front of the house, that where the sun is right now, it would be a totally different temperature up there than it is where I am here at the back of the house on the deck and under the trees. And that's the other thing, being where the trees are, the fact that I do have a lot of trees, I'm surrounded by trees, that is very pleasant to be in my garden. And I do uh, recommend having some trees in your backyard so that you can have some shade and be able to really enjoy it. Is that Sonia? Hi, Sonia. How are you today? How is everything in Cali? I hope that things are well for you. And is that G Mama Grows? I don't have on my glasses, but I kind of know your icon, your picture there. So I'm assuming that's who it is for both of you. So let me put on my glasses, and then I could really read. Yankees Homestead, Yankee Sister Homestead. How are you? Yes, it is me. I'm good, thank you. That's good, Sonia. And I think, yeah, there's G Mama Grows. How are you, my sweetie? Yes, yes. And hello again, sweetness. You're looking refreshed. I'm on 4 weeks off from study, so I can be here for your live. Oh, that's nice. Yay! Thelma is going to be with us. Yeah, I am feeling fairly good. And yeah, I still have a little tension in my arms, but I went out this afternoon. I said, actually mid morning, I said I am not going to let anything stop me from working in the garden because there's so much to do. And as you know, good hello, Gardens are me. How are you? Yeah, as you know, uh, Yankee sister, that I have been busy with my grandchildren, so that it's been very difficult to get out there in the garden. But they're on vacation, so I am free to get back into the groove with getting into the garden and working on different things. Um, and even though I have a little strain in my arm, I was still pulling and tugging and designing and digging. You know, when you're in the garden, you forget all about your aches and pains. You forget that you're supposed to be sick and all of that because you're so busy and intent on doing the work, the garden work. And so that's what it was with me. After looking at the kitchen garden and seeing how much weeds are in the garden, it's so weedy. It was so weedy. I needed to move my eggplants and peppers from where they were because they were getting shrouded out by the cabbage and other things that I planted. And you know, when you put the seedlings in, they're so tiny, so small, and I always seem to forget that they're going to get large. And so I ended up putting them in, and it's like the survival of the fittest. Which one is going to survive the shade and everything? So I said, I can't lose my plants. Oh, what is that? I can't lose my plants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there and create a space for the eggplants and the pepper plants that I have there, and move them from where they are. And so that's what I was doing in the kitchen garden area, making some space. And while I was there, I checked my string beans. My string beans are healthy and thriving and producing string beans. So while I was there digging up the dirt, removing, you know, those mustard greens, that area right there where I had the mustard greens. I don't know if you saw my last video when I was collecting the seeds. Those seeds are from the microgreens that I had planted there, the microgreens, and so they're the hot mustards and all of that. And so um, I yeah, beans, yeah. So I saved I remember coming on and asking you all, and Deborah said, save your seeds. And I'm so glad, I hope Deborah comes on. I was so glad that I listened to Deborah. I let those seeds turn, well, I love the flowers, right? But then they turn to the seed pods. I listened to Deborah, and I allowed the the flowers to turn to seed pods, and I let the seed pods brown, you know. And so when I started to see that they're browning and was really looking really tattered up there, I decided that I would gather them. And you know what also inspired me to gather those seeds is that I was watching Charles Darling, you know, the no dig guy, and he was talking about saving seeds and saving different types of seeds, and how he saves his lettuce seeds and his mustard green seeds and all of that. And I said, well, okay, I'm going to do the same thing too. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for me to gather those seeds and put them away. So that's what I did. I went over and I noticed those that were kind of brown or starting to turn brown, and I clipped them down and I put them in my little paper bag. You know, everybody here, well, in Massachusetts, we have this new law or something about plastic bags. So Walgreens and all of the different stores, they're giving us paper bags. So I have plenty of paper bags. So I took my Walgreen paper bag and recycled it and used it to gather my seeds in. And I put it aside. And on 4th of July, 4th of July, yeah, I decided to go and check it out, and I did. And I did that video. So check out the video. Yeah, I just gathered the seeds and sorted them out, sifted them through, and now I have microgreen seeds from my garden. Yay! I'm so excited because I was saying I would love to get another pack of those seeds to put in the garden so that I can have in the fall. But now I have my own. Yes, paper bags are awesome air dryers. That's right, G Mama Gross. And so now I have seeds. I have those mustard seeds so that when the fall time comes, I can sow some of them. And then I have enough seeds because, you know, nature is so abundant. Excuse me, especially where seeds are concerned. Nature's so abundant that I have enough seeds for a quick sowing in the fall, but then also to sow. I can save the seeds and sow them in the early spring again and have my salad. It's so hard for me to save seeds because I'm so quick to pull my spent plants out because I'm done. I'm saving brassica seeds. Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. That's why I said I was so glad for Deborah. Deborah said she told me to save my seeds, and I listened to her. True, I don't notice I'm tired until I sit down. Yeah, yes, G Mama Girls. Yeah, when I was talking about being, yeah, as you're working, when you're working in the garden or working with your plants and things, we become so engrossed in it. Your attention is just right there that you don't feel the aches or pains or the tiredness, and you're just you're in a flow. That's what it's called. You're in a flow, and that flow helps you to work through whatever it is so that you can get the job done. And then it just like draws you in. The garden draws you in. It truly is therapy. Because as I said, my arm here is hurting me. I think it's like corporal tunnel. I had it before. I must have slept on it wrong or did something wrong, and so it's acting out. And but I said I'm going to go and work on that garden. I don't care. I'm going to do it because I need to get it done. Save the seeds, Miss Catherine, so you don't clean out the Dollar Tree seeds. you, Sonia. But you know what, Sonia? But you know what, Sonia? You know, I have been using my Dollar Tree seeds. Those seed packets went quickly. And by the way, some of those packets only had like 10 seeds in them or just a small amount. Before in the past, they used to give you a lot of seeds for the dollar, but they've cut back. Yes, they have for the 25 cents. You know, I shouldn't be complaining, but you know, for the 25 cents, before you used to get a lot of seeds from them in the little packet. But now, especially the popular ones, they just give you like 10 seeds in the packet. So that's why you have to buy multiple. That's why it's a good thing I buy a lot of seeds so that I could have a lot to plant. Yeah. But anyway, I always say I'm just going to do one thing in the garden and after hours later. Yes, yes, Thelma, it's true, Yankee sister, that's exactly what happened. And that's why sometimes it's hard for me to videotape myself doing work in the garden because um, it becomes like a kind comes like a therapy. And then I start at one end doing something, and then I think about something else, and I end up going to another part of the garden, and then I end up going. Then when I go there, I see that there's something that has to be done, and then I end up going to another part, and yeah. So if you were to trace my footsteps um, today, I started out planting in some annuals. That's what I wanted to do. That my husband had bought a couple of annuals that he wanted me to just to fill in different pockets on the side garden. So I was working on that, and then that led me um, to the center garden where the where the canner is in the middle now, where the bird bath is. So Betty Johnson, hey, how are you, Betty? I ended up going to that part and transplanting a plant from that was near the. I said, oh, I know there's an impatiens over there by the kitchen garden. Let me go get that and bring it in over to the center there and plant it there. And And so while I was there, I said, "Oh, I remembered that I needed to transplant some other stuff." So then I ended up going to transplant that. Then I could see the uh, the other garden, my front garden. I said, "Oh, let me go over there and see what's happening up there." I started working up there, and over there that's where the sun is. That area gets a lot of sun. When I came in, I noticed I had such a real tan. I'm telling you, if you could just see, I am different shades of brown. I'm beautifully brown. Yes, I am. Yes, I love my color. I love it. I love it. Mhm. Yes, I was in the sun and I got many shades of brown. But I did cover myself up, except that I didn't have a hat on because I did not intend to be in the garden very long. And ended up being in the garden for about a good 2 hours or so. And digging with my arm that was supposed to be painful. And I'm like, um, I would feel a little nudge, but then I said, "Oh, but I just got to finish this before I stop." And so then I keep working and I keep working. And I think that um, it's actually good because then I ended up, using the muscles and everything. So I'm not disappointed. How's everybody doing? I know I'm just talking, talking, talking here. Yes. Hey. So everybody said a hello to everyone. Yes. Did I miss any comments? Yes. So we were talking a little bit. So far we've talked a little bit about saving seeds. We talked about the garden being our therapy, helping us with our bodies, keeping us moving. Me too. I have to go back in the house to get my hat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I need to get me a nice one of those nice hats. I've been seeing some really beautiful. You know who wears really nice garden hats? Sandria of a Nest. The Royal Bath Soap lady. I could never remember her name, her channel name, but Sandria, um, the Nest. Thank you, beautiful range. Thank you. Yeah, yes. I like her. You like her hats too. And you know who else has great hats too? And our garden addicts. Yeah, Moyo. Yes, garden addicts. She has great hats too. Oh, it's hot now all of a sudden. A beautiful nest. Yeah, beautiful nest. And garden addicts. She has great hats also. Yeah, she has beautiful hats. Yeah. Yeah, and then beautiful Nest TV. Thank you. Hmm. My girl Sandria. Yes. And who else has great hats? They have some great garden hats. Really pretty. And I said to myself, "Oh, I should get me a garden hat." Um, and I just say it, but I never follow through with it. But yeah, but the sun was very bright. What I use is my baseball cap. The cap, my black cap. But it was too hot for that when I walked out. Deborah, wow, how are you? You were placing your seed order. Well, I was talking about you. Yes, I was. Because of you, I saved my seeds, and now Walmart has great hats too. Oh, okay. I don't know. I really don't shop at Walmart. The Walmart is a little far out from where I am. But I know that there are other stores that have hats that I could check out. Yeah, I'm so glad that you came on because you helped to inspire me to save those seeds. So I want to say thank you. And I don't see Brampton Gardner on. But remember we talked about the mango seed? Well, I my husband bought some mangoes, and I was eating it on the same 4th of July, and I had seen Brampton Gardner, Rachel. She did a premiere in which she took off the husk of the mango seed and had planted it and gone through the whole process of showed the whole development of it actually, of the seed growing roots and also its leaf stem, and how she planted it and put it in a planter and so forth to have a mango tree. And so I thought about her and I said, well, let me go ahead and try this. And then I said, well, I'm gonna record this. And so that's why it was just a quick thought. And then I had some cantaloupe too, because I was making like a fruit salad. I had some cantaloupe also, and I had the cantaloupe seeds. So I saved the cantaloupe seeds. And I actually planted some in soil here, and I also direct sowed some in the garden as well. So we'll see what comes up. And I did plant cantaloupe earlier in the year and put it in my little greenhouse and so forth. But they haven't moved. They're still about the same size. I don't know what has happened to that. But yeah, that is the other thing. So I did want to talk about the seed sowing and seed saving. Yeah, your blue hydrangeas are so pretty. Thank you. Yes. Okay, we're going to talk about the hydrangeas. Right. Thank you for getting me back on topic there, because that's the main topic for today is talking about hydrangeas, and my hydrangeas are in bloom, and this is hydrangea. This white one is well, when it first comes out, it's really a beautiful white. It's called Bridal Bouquet, and this one is my Nico Blue hydrangea, and it shifts from a white to a white and a blue to a blue here, and then later on it gets a very deep blue, and then it changes to a burgundy. Um, and so this is one type of hydrangea that I have in my garden. I also have. I think I'm caught up. Okay, that's good. I also have. Um, Last year, remember I got the oak leaf hydrangea? Yes, and then also with the oak leaf hydrangea, I finally got a limelight, a little limelight. My daughter had bought me the little limelight hydrangea, so I have that, and I don't know what my phone is doing. Hopefully, I have battery. Um, and then also, I hope you can see me. It seems like it just kind of changed. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about hydrangeas. And I wanted to talk, the oak leaf hydrangea is my favorite. Yeah, it is so beautiful. The whole oak leaf hydrangea is so beautiful. Um, so I was looking it up. You can see me? Okay, good. It says 14 beautiful types of hydrangeas to grow. And so I also got a lace cap hydrangea. I love hydrangeas. Mine are starting to flower. Oh, yes, that's beautiful. Yes. So there's the lace cap, there's the oak leaf, there's the panicle. Excuse me, there's the climbing, the smooth, and the large leaf hydrangeas. And it says it brings diverse texture and color and form to the summer landscape. And I agree with that 100%. Um, this year, I didn't think that I was going to have any hydrangea flowers at all, or blooms. And thanks. Um, and I was so thankful when I noticed that the blooms were coming in, because a lot of them did die back. I should have had more flowers, especially on my mop head hydrangeas. This one, these two. But I'm so glad that I have some, and especially in the back. I did do a video on that too, about the hydrangeas and how pleased I am. And I'm working on what I'm calling hydrangea lane, right? My lace cap is humongous. You have a lace cap? Oh, how wonderful. I know that Proven Winners has a lace cap, that seems to be much more sturdy. My lace cap is, I had it a long time ago, so it's more sensitive, and it's rare that it actually blooms. I think it bloomed last year. Last year was good. Was last year good for hydrangeas, or the year before that? I think it was the year before that. My hydrangeas were on point, and that lace cap had bloomed. It was so beautiful. It was so weird because I've been wanting and trying to get it to bloom, but it's so sensitive. But I believe that Proven Winners has a lace cap hydrangea that is much more durable. And so my intention is to eventually get one of them to add to the garden. Um, but yes, the lace cap. So, so it says most commercial available hydrangea cultivars are derived from a relatively few species of the hydrangea. Yeah, I bet that's so beautiful, Yankee sister. Yes, it's near my compost pile. All right, it's probably getting the heat from it, Thelma. Yeah. By the way, when I say Thelma, that's Yankee sister. Her name is Thelma. And so that is probably a good location. I think when you find a really good location for them, that they will respond in a good way and bloom for you. You know, it's almost like you have to like semi protect them, like the mop heads and the lace caps. Um, and then, like if we have a cold snap in May, in March, or a late frost, you know, um, you know how that we, yeah. Oh, this Brampton Gardner, how are you? Oh, thank you. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. I was just talking about you. Did you hear me talking about you? Mm-hmm. I was talking about you, Rachel, because I saved. I need to grab dinner for the fam, so I can't stay, but wanted to pop in and say hi for a few. Yes. Well, let me just tell you, I'm good. Beautiful day in the garden. Yes, it's been a great, nice, beautiful day. I on July 4th, I saved my mango seed because I saw your premiere. I think I had just missed it, but I watched it and saw you with your mango seed and your plant and how you actually got it to root and to grow. So I said, let me do this with this mango seed. At first I was just playing around with it, and then I said, well, let me record this. And so yeah, I was just talking about you. And so if you see the video, it is inspired by you. Oh, the mango, I saw you did one too. Yes, yes, yes. It's because we had had the conversation, remember last week, about the mangoes and tropicals and so forth. And then you did the premiere, and I said, and then I had the mango on the 4th of July because my husband went and bought some mangoes. I had the seed in front of me. I said, let me just see what it looks like inside. They said, well, let me put this camera on so I can let Rachel see that her instructions, her sharing on YouTube is powerful, it's influential, that she has influenced me yet again to do something different in my garden. First the alyssum, and now the mango. That's awesome. Good luck. Mine are getting bigger, so they're what? So they're not dead yet. Okay. Well, if they're getting bigger, you don't expect them to die, do you? Mm-mm. They at least have to make it through the summer, unless you don't bring them in, of course. Then they'll die. So let them live for the summer. Oh yes, let them get big for the summer. So yeah, so I have to give credit to you for your inspiration, and yes, that's why this live is called Grow, 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 Grow Together, because we can influence one another to grow and experience and do something different. I hope so. Not sure if I'll bring them in or not. We shall see. I know, Rachel, because sometimes you just gotta let things go too. But it's the experience, right? And so you're gonna. Glad I'm a good influence this time. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're a good influence. So, how what will do mangoes do in the Northeast? Well, obviously, it is not going to fruit for us unless you have a greenhouse or on conditions in which it can survive. It's almost like growing bananas, banana tree. Um, um, but you can get a nice tree. It's like growing lemons. You have to bring them in, or put them in a greenhouse so that they can survive. Um, but yeah, so that's a really good thing. Thank you for that. Um, yeah. So back to this. So with the hydrangeas, right? Everybody loves hydrangeas. I've noticed that has just been a big commodity, especially the panicle hydrangeas. They seem to be so popular because they grow on new wood versus old wood, and the so they talk about them. They said that the hydrangea genius, the arborescens, that's the smooth hydrangea, the macrophylla, the big leaf, this is a big leaf hydrangea, the macrophylla, that's this type right here that I have. Then the panicle hydrangea, that's like the limelights and all of those others. The bobos, those are the panicle. The animala, the climbing hydrangea, and the uh, quercifolia. The quercifolia. I know I'm butchering the names, but that's the oak leaf, and the serreta, the mountain hydrangea. And you know what? Hydrangeas are toxic to people. The buds, flowers, and leaves of hydrangea plants contain glycoside, amaldehyd, which can break down to produce cyanide. Did you know that? So if you have children or you have pets, be careful with the hydrangea. In the hydrangea parts, the buds, the flowers, the leaves of the hydrangea, because it is toxic. So these 14 hydrangeas can be a perfect fit for your landscape. Hey, Kiki, how are you? So good to have you. We're talking about hydrangeas. Yeah, and so I promised you all that each session, from now into the winter, that I am going to create a bouquet of flowers for you all, um, to for us to enjoy during our time together. And I decided that what do I have plenty of in the garden? And right now I have, thank you, thank you, Kiki, Urban Girl Gardener and Lifestyle. That's who Kiki is. Um, uh, that I had plenty of um, plenty of hydrangeas that I could take a couple of the blooms and share them with you all. So I'm glad you appreciate them. I'm glad you all mentioned it, because um, I cut them for you. I cut them so that we can enjoy it together during our time here as we talk about the different types of hydrangeas. How many of you have hydrangeas? I love the print you are wearing. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank you. How many of you have hydrangeas in your garden? So I know that Thelma, Yankee's sister, Homestead, she has hydrangeas in her garden. Does everyone have hydrangeas in their garden? Um, and if you do, could you put it down which ones, which type you have? I don't realize they were toxic even after they are dried. I'm not sure. It doesn't say if after they're dry, but they said that it is toxic. Hydrangeas are toxic to people. So just be careful. No, I don't have. You don't have any, Kiki? Oh, okay. Well, that's something, if you're interested, to think about. Um, Anyone else have hydrangeas in their garden? Anyone else? Well, there are 14 hydrangeas can be a perfect fit for your landscape if you're interested. And I'm getting this information from The Spruce, which makes your best home. It's a article called The Spruce, and it's the top hydrangea varieties, 14. I have many hydrangeas. Who's that? Beverly? Yeah, Beverly would have hydrangeas. So, Beverly, how many do you have? I have many hydrangeas. Bono, Lace Cap, and Nico Blue. Woo! If it's beautiful, it's in her garden. How much land do you have? You must have a big garden. You have all kinds of flowers. Yay, Bev. That's gardens on me, people. Yay! Yay for you. I'm happy. Yes, yeah. One of the things that you can do, if you have a friend who has um, the big leaf hydrangea in their gardens, you could take a couple of I had a couple oak leaf hydrangeas. I'll have to try again. Okay, try again. Yes, my oak leaf is looking so beautiful there. I'm so pleased with how it looks, and it's getting bigger. It's just really nice. I'm so glad that I took the time to get and add it. About 15, I have 26 square feet of space. Woo! You have 15. All right. Go, girl, go. 3 blue mop heads, 1 lace cap, and 2 variegated. Wow, variegated. They're very variegated hydrangeas. That's different. I think I like that. I love variegated plants. I have about, Betty Johnson says, I have about 14 Incredible, Nico, Mizda, Annabelle, LA Dreaming, Tuxedo, Strawberries and Cream, and a few I don't remember. My yard is 50 by 100 feet. Woo! Betty! Woo! Let's give Betty a hand. All right. Betty and Yankee sister, yes. Woo! Woo! Your place must be beautiful. Variegated, yeah. I think I've seen a variegated hydrangea. Um, did I buy one at one time? I'm not sure. Over the time, but that is something to think about. Yes, the variegated leaves, because if the flower doesn't, excuse me, if the flower doesn't, if the flower doesn't form, you still get the beauty from the leaves. You'll have the variation because instead of having so much green. So that's something to think about, to look out for. Very good. What about the rest of you all? Anyone else have hydrangeas in their garden? Well, the number one that they offer here is Incredible Hydrangea, Arborescens Arberto. And this is what it looks like. If you could see that. Picture's not so big today. It says, if plant breeders are sometimes guilty of hyperbole in their plant name selection, this is not the case with Incredible. In spite of the huge, densely packed 12-inch flowers the shrub produces in abundance, the steady stems on this plant will not allow the flowers on this white hydrangea to flop into the mud. That I would love to get this. I think that it grows on new wood. One potted plant will make a gorgeous anchor in your summer border, or you can plant several for a showy hedge. Yeah, I think I want one of these, the Incredibles. Then the Nico Blue, which which I have there too, the Nico Blue. This is Nico Blue. Here, this is Nico Blue. And keep your soil on the acid side if you want to achieve the most intense blue. Yes, the variegated don't flower much. Mine is 20 years old and it's flowering for the first time. Beautiful leaves though. Wow, that's good. That's good. Congratulations on the flower. It must be something special you're doing. You're walking around and loving your garden. Your garden is responding. Yes, it is. The limelight hydrangea. Now that has been getting a lot of press, especially because of proven winners. They have been really pushing the limelight hydrangea. Green flowers are the little black dresses of the gardening world. They flatter all situations, and they bloom on new wood. That's the limelight hydrangea. Yes, a lot of people have been really getting that. Then they have this one, number 4, City Line Mars hydrangea. Oh, here we go. I can make the picture bigger. Here we go. Do you see that? Isn't that pretty? That one is the City Line Mars hydrangea. Wow, that's different. Let's see. This is Zinful Doll hydrangea. This one almost looks like my bridal bouquet. Um, Deborah says, I need everyone's help. My neighbor cut some of their trees down, and now I have a sunny backyard. It is huge. Don't know if I want to plant flowers, an orchard, or start more raised beds. Well, why don't you do all of them? All of the above. Yeah, you don't know. Okay, because you got sun now. You've got sun now, Deborah. You could do so much with sun. You have choices. Think about it, dream about it, and see what you want to do next. If you want to do flowers, you could do a little bit of everything depending on how much space you have. You said it is huge. I don't know if I want to plant flowers, an orchard, or start more raised beds. Yeah, do a little bit of everything. Betty Johnson, what did you say? Blooms, plant it all. Plant it all, Sonia says. Blooms. Betty Johnson, what did you say? You you took away your message, so I don't know what you said. Anyway, plant it all. Blooms, yes, the blooms. You want the blooms. Um, Climbing hydrangea. Now, do you know that there are climbing hydrangeas? Climbing hydrangeas. Yes. So Gardens Are Meat says, she says, sketch it out and do some research too. Do it all. Yes. And Thomas said, I would go crazy, Deborah. Wow, wow. Deborah, that's why you have your journal. Pull out your journal and decide what you want to do. Yeah, and the different blocks. Remember we have the different blocks in the journal? Map it out in your journal. How are you? Oh, you're back? You're back. Okay, Brampton, do you have any hydrangeas in your yard? I'm going to start on it next year. I have to walk the yard and let it talk to me. Yes, Deborah. Yes, Deborah. But do it all anyway. Yes. Yeah. Neighbor dropped off some homemade spring rolls. I'm using it. You are. That's good. Yeah. Good for you. Then they have this kind, the Gatsby Pink Hydrangea. Now this is beautiful. I love this type. It's called, sorry. I lost it. What did I do? The Gatsby Pink Hydrangea. Here's the lace cap. Let me pull up some images of hydrangeas. This is beautiful. This is what, this is the lace cap style. Oh my goodness. Come on. It's giving me a hard time. That's the lace cap. That's what Yankee sister has in her garden. Lace cap. Isn't that pretty? I want to get a lace cap. Yes. Yes, use your journal. Let's see. All right, so Deborah said, let me get back and check what you're saying. Deborah says, yes, that you're using a journal. Good, Deborah. I need a new one for next year. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking about how I'm going to design next year's journal. And what I didn't have in it, what I need to add to it. So I've been keeping notes as to what we've been discussing so that when I create next year's journal, 2022, that I would have all of the different elements that we need to think about for our garden. Yeah, the lace cap is beautiful. I had an endless summer hydrangea and it died. Oh, well, this is a endless. These are endless summer hydrangeas, but with the different names. So this is the bridal bouquet, and this is the Nico. I have the lace cap in blue, white, and very romantic looking. Yeah, I think that it will be that way, very romantic. I'm surprised, Kiki. They usually like the cold climates. They're delicious. Okay, yes, they are beautiful. Let me see. All right, let me show you some more pictures. These are kind of, let me see if it will come up. Anyway, how much time do we have? We're doing good. Let me see if I can find 9 gorgeous hydrangea types. And I showed you that. You have any more pictures? My laptop, it wants to act out. I showed you the Nico Blue. But anyway, yeah, so, excuse me. I do want to add new parts to the journal, and so that we can, when I come up with the 2023 journal, that we'll be able to, you'll be able to use it, and it was fun. Just the idea of creating my own journal made me very happy, and I have been using it. But I've also been taking a lot of notes here, and just thinking about how could we go about gardening intentionally, and that has been really the idea, to be specific. That's a pretty color of lace cap. Mine is white, and the bees go crazy on them. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And then remember too, in the journal, make sure that you take notes of what you did this year and what's working for you, and so that you can always reference it for next year, and what is working in your garden. The other thing that I wanted to show you, I have this Victoria. This is from last year, but I just loved how a fence in hydrangea garden with other toxic plants would be nice. I can have the plants and keep my fur babies safe. Yes, yeah, that's an idea. That's a good idea. I was looking at this magazine, and I could see the hydrangeas in the background. And so hydrangeas are definitely very much a part of summer. And if you're into blue and white, that they also bring in that nice coloring. It's a nice soft blue. Dexter is watching you on the phone. Hey Dexter, how are you? You frisky thing. So think about it. So I was thinking about that with the hydrangeas, that they really have such a romantic appeal. You see that? The blue and white with, see that? Hydrangeas do make the garden special. But I think too much of a good thing is not good. I mean, because some people have so many hydrangeas that and they're so big, and that sometimes it doesn't appeal to me. Um, I think that I like variety, and I love a lot of hydrangeas because I want to have my own hydrangea lane. But then I love the other flowers as well. And by the way, on that note, my lilies, my Casablanca lilies have opened up. I even dry my hydrangeas and have them in the house for a very long time. Yes, yes. Beverly, actually, I did that one year. I cut the hydrangea blooms and I created a hydrangea reef. And I kept the reef up in my living room, actually. And it was amazing because whenever I'd go in there, I would see it. It would remind me of summer, of that summer. That's the year that I had so many blooms. Um, but it makes a good hydrangea reef. Yeah, yeah. If you look at my old videos, you could see. Casablanca lilies are my favorite. Yes, Kiki, yes. They are in bloom. Woo-hoo-hoo. And I am so happy to have them. So I will be doing a video on them, as you know. Um, my Casablanca lilies, they are open and they're beautiful. And I purchased them from Costco about 2 years ago. And they are standing up so tall. Um, and looking so beautiful in the garden right now with all of the other colorful things. The other thing is the hydrangeas do not really have a fragrance, at least mine don't, but the lilies do. And so my garden has fragrance. After the roses giving me all that fragrance, um, the daylilies, I don't really get fragrance so much with my daylilies. But now with the lilies, the oriental lilies, they are fragrant flowers. So we talked about fragrance before. So that is going to fill the neighborhood and fill my garden with a beautiful scents. So that is, oh, the elephant ears are coming up even more. Those that I thought were lost, they are now coming up. I think they just needed some more heat. And also, my my caladiums are starting to shoot up. I can't wait to show you the caladiums. Hopefully they'll all show up. My Casablancas have multiplied. They've fragranced the whole yard. Yes. Oh, so you have that too. Yes. Yeah. Um, that's is it. They do multiply. They do multiply and get larger. Um, and so it's so good to have the different flowers. I think like each season, each month that they are not open yet. Oh, they're not open. They will open soon though. I'm sure if mine are opening now, yours will open soon. Just let a little heat and some sun get them. They will be opening very soon. Hello all. Treasure Woman, how are you? Welcome. Welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Yeah. So we're just talking, so each time, each part in the season, find that favorite flower. Hi, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing fine, thank you. And where are you located, treasure woman? Where are you located? Hey there, treasure woman. Where are you located? Um, uh, are you in the Northeast? What zone? Glad to have you come and join us. Wales, UK? Oh, wow. So nice to have you stop in. Yeah, from the UK. Isn't the internet amazing? Mm-hmm. Yes, so good to have you here. Yeah, so um, yeah, I was saying that each each of the different times or seasons, there are different types of flowers that you can feature in your garden. I just happen to have hydrangeas right now that will go all the way through into the fall. Some people like dahlias. Some people have lilies and different flowers. As you know, last month roses was huge for me, and roses dominated. Some people love peonies and other plants like that. But it's good to have that featured plant, that plant that gives you a lot of joy. Hibiscus, yes. Brandon, hibiscus is coming up. My hibiscus is just starting to show itself. At first I thought it was dead, but they're coming back. At least two of them are returning. I lost three of them, but two of them are returning, which is really good. And I think it's because it was my fault, not theirs. I didn't give them enough space, and I didn't believe that they would return. Yeah, they're late to the party. You love hibiscus? Yes. Yes, my dahlias are looking good. Not yet in bloom, but buds are there. That's good. That's good. Yeah, so you have to find that flower, that plant. For some, it's hydrangeas. For some, my mums are blooming. Ooh, that's good. Um, and let that be your featured plant. And um, then also having all of the other fillers and things surrounded, but let that be a featured plant. Yeah. So for me, right now, the lilies, the Casablanca lilies, are going to be are the featured plant in my garden. The hydrangeas now are like a continuing act. They're going to go through their season. They actually had that little 2 week span where I gave them my full attention. But there are other plants coming in that will get um, my attention, like the hibiscus and I have a few. My dahlias are starting to come up, but I don't have a lot of them. But you know what? What I'm really excited about now too are my flower garden. Remember how we talked about earlier in the year in the springtime, we talked about starting a flower garden, a cut garden. Well, those flowers that I started from seed are now coming up and about to bloom. My zinnias, the cosmos, the cosmos, I have them. I have the rose of Sharon from the hibiscus family. Dahlias have not opened yet. Sorry about the noise. I don't know what's happening. I'm getting some great ideas. Yeah, the hibiscus. Oh, I'm glad, Deborah, that you're getting ideas. Yeah, so you wanna think about all of the seasons. Right from spring, where we have our bulbs and so forth. Sonia, thank you, my darling. Yay! Thank you, Sonia. I appreciate the gift. Um, you thought about when you think about spring, right? Spring, that's your bulbs. What else do we grow in the springtime? Those flowers. So you want to think about that, and that's more or less thinking about that in the fall for the tulips and the and so forth. I love the Rose of Sharon, Yankee sister. Yes, we do. Thank you, sweetie. Um, and then you have mid spring, right, with the peonies and the what is the bearded iris and things. Taking notes in my journal, right? You have those, um, and then you have the roses. Roses come next, and now you have the hydrangeas, and then you have your lilies, your tropicals. That's when your cannas, your calla lilies, and your caladiums coming in, and the elephant ears. They'll start as soon as it starts to heat up, and um, and then you have your hibiscus, but then you also have your dahlias too, and our flowers. Remember, we were talking about having a cut flower garden, right? Our zinnias, cosmos, um, you have your sunflowers, and all of that. And so, my plants that I started from seeds, they are now coming. They are now getting larger, and I can start to see the flower heads on the zinnias. It's really, really beautiful. Yeah, and then you have the fall. That's right, Gardens of Me. Caladiums are so pretty. So many varieties. Yes, Kiki. Yeah, you have a lot. I know you're a lover of caladiums. I remember last year when you were thinking about saving them. Yeah, I remember a couple of videos that I saw with you with caladiums. Yeah, my caladiums are slow to grow, but they're coming up, but I'll enjoy them later on. But then we also have our vegetables, and along with the flowers, we have the vegetables. So that's a big piece. That is going to take up a big part of our time because starting now, really July and August, if you haven't planted any seeds, you need to get them in the ground now because the earth is warm and they will sprout really quickly. But then also think about the succession of plantings as well. Like you might want to do a set of cucumbers now and then do some more later on, a little bit. I bought lily bulbs on Groupon. Do you think I should still plant them? Lily bulbs? Um, yeah, why not? Why not? You started me on the elephant ears and caladiums my first year. Oh, great, great, great. You know what? My elephant ears, I thought they weren't coming up, and I looked, and they're coming up. It looks so pretty. I'm thinking of moving them from where I put them. I put them behind the the cannas, and the cannas are blocking them. So I think I'm going to have to move them up. But does anybody know with the elephant ears, are they sensitive to sun? If I put them in a sunny location, will the leaves burn, or do they need a part shade condition? I have to check that out. Because I don't want to move them. Because right now they get morning sun, and then they're shaded, and then they get some afternoon sun. So it's not full sun for the elephant ears. So I don't want them to burn because they are looking so beautiful. They're coming up. I was just so happy. Wow, I said they definitely need heat. They're heat-loving bulbs. Plant them, Urban Girl. Uh, you should flower next year. Okay, thank you, Bev, for telling her exactly what she should do. Yeah, I would say to plant them too, because you don't want to lose the bulbs. Yeah, plant them in, and and they will. If they don't flower this year, they will definitely flower next year. Just remember where you planted them, though, so you don't dig them up. um, yes. Okay. Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, so we are my time my phone is letting me know that we're coming around an hour now. We've been sharing, and I thank you all so much for coming and joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. And getting in your gardens, I hope you are harvesting. So we started off talking about harvesting your seeds. And I don't know if you heard that, Rachel. We were talking about seed saving. Seed saving. So when you are, when like your lettuce and your brassicas and things like that, think about saving your seeds, right? Thank you, Deborah, for encouraging me to save my mustard green seeds. So now I have seeds to sow so that I can grow, 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 grow together. Yes. So start saving seeds. And I know we're right. A good question on the elephant is I have them in the afternoon sun. They are huge. They are? Wow. Well, mine are, I got the small ones, but I believe, I guess if I save them, thank you, Deborah, that if I save the bulbs over time, that they will get larger and larger each year, and they'll be much bigger. That's what happened with the canna, and that is because Rachel told me to save my canna, and I did, and I'm enjoying that. Wow. Yes, grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. You know I'm in the city, right? So people are riding their motorcycles and making a whole lot of noise. So, sorry about that. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. We have a lot of similar lives connected by lovely flowers. Amen. Grow, 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 grow together. Yes. So continue to enjoy your gardens. Remember vegetables. Think about saving seeds. Think about still planting some seeds. There's some things that can still be planted, like your pumpkins and your squashes. By the way, people, my zucchinis. I'm gonna have zucchinis, so many zucchinis. You should see them. They're growing. Oh my goodness. They're gonna be like a club. Yeah. Zucchini. I've been eating zucchinis. And the nutritional value of zucchini is tremendous. I really didn't realize that. Vitamin A and so forth. Just plant some more lettuce seeds. Yes. Continue to plant, continue to grow, continue to gather, continue to think about composting too. Excuse me. Composting as well. And that has been a big issue too. We don't really have enough time to talk about that. But yes, composting, creating your own soil. Love y'all. Had a fabulous time. Be well all. Yes. Creating your own soil. Start composting and creating a little pile, because they've been talking about contaminated soil and so forth. So you want to make sure that you have some good soil there to plant your things in. So think about that. Start creating a little pile where you can compost, right? Maybe we could talk a little bit about that next week. I don't know if you listened to Jess and Roots and Refuge. She was talking about soil contamination. Charles Darling also talked about soil contamination. I just turned my compost. I have an obsession. Look, I do compost. Good. Yes. Yes, Kiki. Yes, Beverly. Yeah, it's something to really, and if you, like for me, I have all these leaves. Instead of, continuing to have places in the garden where you can, you know, get your own soil, create your own soil for your gardens. So these are all things to think about. Replenish cocks and flowers the groundhogs enjoy eating? Cukes? Oh, replenishing the corn, the cukes, and the flowers, the ground. Yeah, are they still around? Those groundhogs, Yankee sister? Them? Have you found a solution to deal with them? Well, I'm glad that you haven't given up. Yes. I'm glad that you haven't given up and that you are still planting seeds. Well, my wonderfuls, my gardening friends, I am going to say good evening to you all. Thank you so much for coming and joining us here at Catherine's Garden and Home. Those greedy little critters, that's what he said. She said, oh no, those greedy little critters. Oh, but have you come up with a solution? Does anyone quickly have a solution for Yankee sister concerning the groundhogs? If you do, you can put something in the chat. Um, but I'm glad you haven't given up. Yes, cover it up, protect them, do something. You'll be able to. You still can't let them win. Blessings to you all. Enjoy your evening. Yes, it is time for us to say goodbye. And so let's all say goodbye. Thank you so much. Come on, clap your hands. Let some joy rise. Yay! We met again. The beginning of July. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Sonar steaks. Okay, sonar steaks. Um, I, nighty night, everyone. Blessings, everyone. Thank you, Beverly. Kiki, thank you. Urban Girl Garden Lifestyle, Sonia. Darlene Brown, good night. Hi, Darlene. Yankee Sister Homestead, no solution. They were here to stay. She said something about something steaks, solar steaks. Think about that. Hey, Christy. Have a good evening, everyone. Hi, Christy. How are you doing? It was so good to have you come and pop in. Love you all. Thank you all for coming on and joining us here at Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Hello, Darlene Brown says, hello, sweetie. How are you? Yes. And sorry, I just have a little cough. Excuse me. Glad to catch you. I'm at work. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I keep, you won't come, pray for me. I'm getting over this cold that just wants to hang around. But I've been drinking a lot of tea. And taking in my my vitamin C. So thank you so much. Um, and don't forget to make your flowers, right? Yes, yes. And I'm glad that you enjoyed the hydrangeas. So thank you so much. Next week, we will continue our discussion about summer planting. Maybe we'll be sharing about vegetables. So come with your vegetable list. What are you growing in your garden? We're going to talk about your vegetable garden next time. What are you growing in your garden? Yes. So come and share with us your unique foods. I know you have some, Kiki. You have some unique foods in that garden of yours. I've been watching. Yes, I have. And Rachel and some of you all. Yes. So come and share. What are you growing? What's growing in your kitchen gardens? Have a great evening. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that we were able to help one another and that you were able to enjoy the beauty of my hydrangeas. Yes. And, well, yes, I do. I'll be there. Good. We're going to talk about the veggies. Yes. And I noticed, Kiki, that you're growing your garden differently this year than you did last year. Yeah. And I saw when you were growing your peppers. I think it was your peppers. You were rearranging them and so forth. Yeah, so that would be great for us to share. What are some of the unique foods that you're growing in your gardens? All right, have a great day. Love you all. Bye. Grow, 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 grow. Is G Mama there? Bye, G Mama. Bye, Rachel. Bye, Sonia. Bye, Deborah. Bye, Beverly. Bye, Yankee Sister. Bye, Christy. Bye, Betty. Who else? Bye, everybody. Bye, Kiki. See you all next week. Love you all. Have a great day. Bye. Bye, Sonia, sweetness. Bye.